Hello Uplanders, I'm YK2012, founder of the Upland Guide, and today I'm going to be talking about gas stations, marked properties, and their value. Here we can see a gas station which is marked, and if we go into the property itself, we can check out the street view and actually see that it is in fact a gas station in real life. The question is, how would I value this property, which might be similar to a neighboring property? However, the only difference being that this one is marked and it has a gas station. We know that with the cars coming out in Upland, that players will have the need to recharge their car, and people are speculating that this will be done at some sort of a gas station. The gas station that people are referring to is going to be some form of a metaventure. And it's unclear exactly how that's going to work, how the charging is going to take place. However, we do know that Spark is going to be involved, and Spark will be the token that will be needed in order to fuel the cars. The question is, how does a property like this Exxon Tiger Market factor into that? And the answer is, it does not in any way, shape, or form. If you are purchasing or selling marked properties based on these tags that you see here, these are not actually part of the Upland game. In the future, you will be able to create any type of metaventure on any property that you have. It is not going to be limited to the fact that you may or may not have a mark on that property itself. So you could use this Exxon Tiger Market in order to create an NFL player legit shop, or anything else for that matter. You also have to be wary that any of these tags, in addition to anything you see in these street views, are subject to change because these are not part of the Upland game itself. Having said that, there are many players who do collect properties that have tags on them, who do value a really interesting street view, or many other factors. It's just important to note that these have absolutely nothing to do with the Upland game, and it's very difficult in the future even for Upland to go and say gas stations can only be made on real-world gas stations. In the real world, that property might be sold to someone else, and they might decide, let's knock this gas station down and let's build something else. So having Upland mapped to the real world is something that is very exciting and interesting. It's just extremely important to understand exactly how it works and how these tagged properties factor into the in-game utility, which they do not. There are, however, certain tagged properties that are part of potentially ultra-rare collections based on the actual location of them. And those properties do have additional value and utility, but that's only because they are located in Upland property collections. For example, this is downtown Nashville, and I own a property in an ultra-rare collection here, which is the live music venues. And we can see that by going into the property card and clicking on the boosted earnings, and we have here the live music venue collection. And I was very excited to see that I did actually mint this property, and you can see here that the property is marked. I have another one here further down the street which is also a marked property, and for some reason this was not part of the collection, and that obviously upsetted me greatly. But here we can see other properties that are also part of the same collection, but they do not have marked properties and a tag on them. So having some of these properties with these tags are nice. Some people value them more than others, and other people don't, but all of this is subject to change. If this bar were to be sold, this name would change, or the street view would change, or they may even take the whole tag down altogether. So this is something that it's really important that everyone understand, especially as cars are coming out now, and there's going to be more metaventures and more types of metaventures.